One little superstar sitting on the bed. Two little superstars sitting on the bed.
Three little superstars sitting on the bed.
Four little superstars sitting on the bed.
Five little superstars sitting on the bed.
Oh my goodness, look at all these superstar heads in this one little bed. But you know what? This hotel is so big. We have so many beds waiting for your superstar heads. So, as some of you probably have realized, these fabulous ladies are here, all of us, because of you. And we wanted to take a moment and thank you. Thank you for helping us achieve our dreams. And we want to help you achieve your dreams. You saw on Facebook all the pictures of how much they've spoiled us here. And the only thing that would have made all of that spoiling sweeter is if you had been here with us. So we wanted to say a big thank you! And so I'm going to take a minute and introduce all the superstars that we have with us here. And hopefully they will inspire you, like I said, to be here with us real soon. Okay, first let's start with fabulous superstar director Jen Audette from Maine.
Hi! So we're going to each share our aha moments with you from Summit. And it's just been such an amazing week. And one of my favorite parts of Summit this time was speaking with Heidi and Orville behind closed doors for an hour and a half. We had them to ourselves. Everything was, undisclosed, like just private. Nothing will be shared with anyone. But they're just so honest with us. And one of the things that Orville shared with us was the cycle of a business. And what was amazing to me was to learn the fact that all very successful businesses, like Scentsy, because we are one of the most successful businesses in direct sales history, we just kind of shot up, just like a lot of very successful businesses. And so on the curve, our line goes straight up. And then it is very natural and actually a very important part of a business for the business to kind of plateau a little bit. And some businesses will even go down a little bit. But what I love is this is kind of the best time to start a business, and the momentum and the endurance, it builds your endurance and you just shoot right back up again. And the cool thing is that Scentsy, we've just hit a teeny little plateau, not down at all, but our endurance and we are just about to skyrocket up again with all the fantastic things that we've learned and all these great things that are happening. So I'm just so excited about learning more about the cycle of a business. And Heather, what was your aha moment?
I really enjoyed that with Heidi and Orville too. I loved how he said, if you just don't quit, you get to be a part of that skyrocket. And so I'm excited to be here for that. I really liked Mary Christensen. I loved it when she said, hope is not a good business plan. Now, I'm not saying to not dream and inspire yourselves and to really be excited for, have that kind of hope. What I'm talking about is, to hope that our business runs the way we want it to run, that there really is, it's all about numbers. And I don't want to just hope that my numbers are good. There is a real mathematical way to make sure that you have parties, make sure you talk to so many people a day. And I'm just really excited to go home and really put some numbers on paper so that I can not hope that my paycheck gets bigger, that I can really control that by what I take actions daily to do. I also really love Joel talking about how important it is to have fun. And sometimes I think we forget about the simplicity of our business, and we forget to have fun. So I think that we're going to come home and have some really fun meetings.
I'm Jennifer Crowder, and something that just sparked me from Heather talking is that Becca's group is called Team Make It Happen. And so, that just Heather's talking about making those things happen and not just hoping for them. But we do have to make things happen sometimes. And so that's a critical part of all of our businesses, with you all involved in that. My biggest aha moment, I think, was just learning from all of our Superstar Director peers. We heard some great talks from some great Superstar leaders. And something that really hit me is just being a busy mom. I know we all live busy lives, but starting over at the basics. You can start over, and you can just learned consistency, how we all have to be consistent with our businesses, whether it's doing parties, home parties, basket parties, recruiting, training our teams. No matter what part of our business we're talking about, we all need to be consistent. And something else that I wanted to mention is just the gratitude of the employees here at Scentsy. One day when we came, it actually made me cry. All of the employees here at home office were standing in lines on both sides of the doors as we walked in and applauding us because they are honestly grateful for the work that each one of us do and all of you guys. So they are grateful for the work that you do and creating jobs in this economy for them as well.
Well, they realize, Orville and Heidi, that just as Jen said, and Team Make It Happen, Orville and Heidi have made this happen, and you have made this happen, and we have made this happen. When you walk in here and see this beautiful building that is here in the Scentsy Family Commons and beautifully landscaped, and you compare that to 9 short years ago, that ocean container, they were pouring wax out in the little barn, mouse-infested barn, Heidi calls it, and the vision that they had and the dream that they have, that we can all have that and you can all have that for your businesses as you get on this ride and ride it out and make your goals and just check and see what is your why for doing this. When things get a little bit tough, as they do for all of us, you think, oh, I can't get any bookings or this and that. Well, I can pick up that phone because I need or I want that cruise, or I want to put my child through college, or I want to put more groceries on the table. Whatever your why is, you remember that, and that will help you to do the things that you need to do to get your bookings, and to remember how important it is to for us all. And I just keep looking at this every time I'm here. When I look at Heidi and Orville, they are so inspiring, and all these other superstar directors inspire me. And I know that you're inspired by your director or someone else around you. And just know that you can do this as well, as you just take every day and do something in your Scentsy business to move your business forward. And you can be here right with us and see all these wonderful things, and come to Director Boot Camp when you make director, and you'll get to see that ocean container and Scentsy Home Office. So we love being here, and we would love it, as Becca said in the beginning, even more if you all were here with us. So we're rooting for you.
And Jerry, I'm so glad that you brought up the ocean container, because we've all come to Director Boot Camp, and when we came, we all got to stand in front of the ocean container and have our picture taken, and it was so exciting. But you guys might not know that I was lucky enough that Eric, my husband, came for the first time to Summit this year. So we got to go on the first timers tour of everything. And so we went to the ocean container, and Eric and I was so excited to have my picture taken with my husband in front of the ocean container. And guess what? They've opened it up. It is now a museum. You get to walk through the ocean container. This was the first time ever. So for those of you who have never been to boot camp, you need to go, because you get to walk through and see all of the individual, original bars. You get to see all of the original, the systems that they use, which was amazing. You get to walk into the house, and we all know that Orville had done shows before he started Scentsy, and so he sold ShamWows and he sold some car wax, and there's actually a section in the house which is exactly the way it was when he worked there. And actually another really cool thing is they have a little tiny coffee table, and there are 3 couches, and they're not real couches, they're actually seats out of minivans. So for me, that was just so cool to see that. So for those of you who've never been to boot camp, you have to go to that. If nothing else, of course you're going to get way more than that, but you have to see that. And or if you've already done that, come to Summit so that you can walk through this ocean container, because it's the coolest thing ever.
Awesome. Well, you know what? I wanted to share, Deanie Morehouse was the very first consultant. And she was sharing how, they bought the business from, or Heidi and Orville bought the business from Karen Collette, and kind of on a wing and definitely a prayer. And they decided to go the direct selling route and do parties. And so they had put so much time and heart and energy. And Heidi and Orville were like $750,000 in debt. And really the check to Karen Collette was a promise that if we do something great with this, you'll make money. And if you don't, well, and now we know today, last year the numbers were somewhere around $500 million in sales in 10 short years. But anyway, so here they were, and so when Deanie went to do that first party, her first party, you know how excited you got or get when you're thinking about doing your first party, and all the high hopes that you have for that party. And so they went, and or Deanie went, and then when she got through the party, she called Heidi and Orville, and she could hear them both kind of holding their breath on the other line to hear what their cells were. Or her sales were, and it was $147 that first party. You know, $147 is a fantastic party, and when you look at your numbers, whatever they are, remember, if you're persistent, then that $147 can turn into a huge dream, just like that first party, because they kept going, has brought the company to $500 million in sales, and that is nothing. And that was what was so fun about seeing the business cycle, to know that with every up, you got to come down, but then there's only one place to go, and that is up again. And each time you go up, the everything gets bigger and better. Your future gets better, your paychecks get better, your skills get better, your team gets bigger, and that joy of making a difference does too. Well, our time is up. We love you all.
Yes, we do.
Thank you so much.
Mwah.
See you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Love you.